Hello, everyone. So, I wanted to come live today and talk about choosing peace. And so, one of the main reasons, well, before we get into the main reasons, let's first define peace. And of course, this is my definition of peace. It does not have to be yours. You do not have to adopt it. It's just how I look at peace. Peace to me means number one, that you have, hi, thanks for joining. So, number one, choosing peace means that you have chosen your teacher, which is you've chosen the thought system of spirit. Number two, when you choose peace, to me, it means that you are aligning your thoughts with the universal force that says or dictates that all beings deserve to be happy and free. Okay? So that's just how I look at it. And so there's a war within us. And it's not that the ego is fighting spirit and spirit is fighting the ego. It's not like they're punching each other inside your head. Not like that at all. What's really happening is that we have the choice. We have the choice between the ego's thought system, and the ego represents the idea of separation. It's what it represents. So, a hierarchy, I'm better than you, you're better than me, or, anything that facilitates separation. You seeing yourself as separate from someone else in any way, shape, or form. Then there is choosing spirit. And spirit, on the other hand, is about choosing the idea or the thought system of unification, of oneness. That's really what it's all about. So we have those two choices. And that's the war that's happening in us. We either have the opportunity to choose spirit or to choose ego. And, if you choose ego, it's not a good thing, it's not a bad thing, it's just something that's simply happening. And if you choose spirit, it's not a good thing, it's not a bad thing, it's just simply something that's happening, something that you're choosing. Now, if we choose spirit, of course, we're going to have more peace, more grace, more, happiness in our lives. Because spirit really knows what's going to make us happiest. The ego thinks that happiness comes from out here. This is where ego says everything is. It's in the world. It's out there for you to find. And spirit says everything is within you. So once again, there's that dichotomy, those differences. Ego says it's all out here. Spirit says, no, it's all in here. It's all within you. All power is of you and in you. And so, the world's going to tell you, you got to choose the ego because, it's practical. Spiritual stuff is great, but it's woo-woo, it's fluff. It's great to think about. Maybe you journal about it, right? And there's a beautiful quote by a friend of mine, Deborah Bowen. And I don't know if this is her original quote or if she heard it from someone else, but I'll never forget it because she said it on a podcast that she did with my other friend, Dia of Ori's Oasis. And what they did was, it was just a podcast, and Debbie's intro was, if it's not practical, then it's not spiritual. And I love that. And I think it's such a powerful quote in which to even live by and really discern, okay, is this going to help me? Remember, spirituality is here to assist us through life. It's not here to make life more complicated. It's not here to do any of that stuff. It's here to make life simpler. And so one of the simplest ways that you can begin to choose peace is through simply making it a choice in the morning. And what do I mean by that? Well, for me, I like to say, spirit, my goal is peace. Now, what does that really mean? I mean, it's great to say, right? But what does that really mean? Well, when I say my goal is peace, I am telling spirit that I am letting go of my agenda, what I think needs to happen. And right now is actually a perfect example. I was just going to do a video about this. I was just going to, do a video, post it for later, and that would be it. But I instead chose, because I felt that guidance, to come live and talk about it. And I thought, that's what you want me to do. I'm going to do it because peace means, like I said, for me, peace means that it's going to help everyone involved. when I choose peace in any situation, because you can choose peace whenever, when you're on the phone with someone, when you're about to walk into a building, when you're about to walk into a meeting, you can use this anywhere. That's why it's such a practical, wonderful tool, because you can attune your mind right there to spirit. You can attune it in an instant. It's not a 45-minute process. It's not a, okay, let me sit here and, meditate. It's not anything like that. What it is you're saying, this is what I'm choosing. This is where my mind is going. And so you let go of your agenda. Because let's say you go into a staff meeting and, it's for a promotion. And you're setting your intention and saying, okay, my intention is that I'm going to get this promotion. Great, wonderful, but you have to really consider, can you see all time and space? Can you see past, present, and future? Can you see how your choice, your judgment that you deserve this above everyone else is going to affect not only you, but everyone involved? I can't. So that's why I invite spirit, because spirit can. Spirit can see how, it can see past, present, future. It can see, how the choice is going to be made. And that way, everyone wins, even though it may not seem like it to you, because you didn't get the promotion. Well, if your goal was the promotion, then yeah, you're going to be really disappointed. Why? Because you set your goal as that one thing, instead of setting your goal as just peace. Just setting that goal as, I just want peace for everyone involved. I want peace for everything. I don't know how that's going to look. I don't know anything about it. But that's where my goal is. That's where my mind is. So if I get it, great. If I don't, great. I'm open to everything, but attached to nothing. I allow myself to be the conduit through which peace flows. And that's really key as well. Realizing when you're setting that goal of peace, it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to do anything, but it does mean that you are allowing the consciousness of the universe, which is all around us and within us, to flow through you and do it for you. When you set your goal as peace, you're really saying in your mind, I'm choosing spirit's thoughts. I'm choosing to align myself with spirit. And that's why it's so important that we must choose peace on a consistent basis, because we have chosen the ego's thought system for a really long time. And it's, like I said, it's not good, it's not bad, it's just something that we've done. And we have to be willing to forgive ourselves and begin to turn away from that, because separation is nothing more than an illusion. So step away from our dreams and turn to the truth, turn to reality. That it is the right of all beings to be happy and free. And that's how I like to look at peace. So that's one way. Making your goal peace, setting your goal as peace every morning is a great way to begin to choose peace. Another instrumental way of choosing peace is just to be present in the moment. Not thinking about what was, not thinking about what will be, but simply being present in the here and the now. And actively being a participant in that. Not just, I'm here. I'm trying to stay present. Shh, don't talk to me. I'm trying to stay present. That's not being present. Being present means you are simply within that moment and you are embodying the truth of who you are in that moment. You're not trying to be someone else. You're not trying to think of what was. You're not trying to think of what you'll say. You're simply present. You're simply there. And once again, inviting spirit in before you even start that conversation, before you even enter into that place. My goal is peace. Spirit, I ask that you use my words to facilitate peace. Another great way in which to do it, if you start to find yourself getting really upset and you're just like, oh my God, this person or this situation is really aggravating me, upsetting me, making me sad. You know what? Spirit, I'm going to step back. And you just take that quick breath. That's all it takes, a quick breath. Just breathing in. Spirit, please use this for the coming of my peace instead of my destruction. How simple is that? How simple are those words? But the key is those words are very simple, but you have to mean them. You can't just say them. You have to really mean it. Spirit, I'm done judging this. I'm done making this about, I'm done with that. I want you to use this situation. I want you to heal my thoughts on how I'm viewing this situation so that I don't use it for my destruction, so that I use it, and so that it can be used for the coming of my peace. So those are just some simple ways in which you can begin to choose peace. It's very simple. It's very concise. And it's nothing that takes, any amount of time. I'm not asking you to put war paint on yourself. I'm not asking you to dance naked underneath the moon. I'm not asking you to go out at a specific time of day and hold a specific crystal in a specific alignment with the sun or the moon or Pluto. This is stuff that you can do from the comfort of your own car, the comfort of your couch. You can do it anywhere because no one really has to know about it. You're the only one doing it, but you will see a drastic change. Why will you see the change? Because your thoughts do what? Your thoughts make the reality that you see. So that's why this is so important. So this is just, I wanted to come on and I wanted to just do this quick live talking about choosing peace and some different ways in which we could choose peace. And remember, peace doesn't mean that you're just sitting there meditating. Peace means that you are allowing the universal force, which states that all beings deserve to be happy and free, to flow through you to allow that to occur. So that's how I view it. And peace means that you've chosen spirit as, your teacher, as the primary consciousness in which you wish to align with. And you've kind of stopped choosing ego and those egoic thoughts. So that is all I wanted to come on and talk about today. I thank you so much for joining me. I thank you for being here. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now.